See how hot that is? Mmm. I love me some chicken yakisoba. That's pretty dang good. What's going on, everybody? Rob here, aka Trev23 TRV2323. I've been putting up some Costco videos because I don't prefer buying in bulk. But when my wife goes there, there's some nice deals like that breaded pork tenderloin. Now, one thing I love is chicken yakisoba. And it's hard to find yakisoba. And I lived overseas for a while, and I tend to really like chicken yakisoba. So they have 3.5 pounds, 3.59 pounds, where you make your own stir fry. You make your own chicken yakisoba, and it's $23.30. But this is like enough for 3 or 4 people right here. So what you have to do is you have to start your, see, I always have a wok. I love cooking in woks. You have to start this down on a medium heat. You got to get your pan to a medium heat. You can start it on high and then put it down to a medium heat, or you can just start it on a medium heat. But with that medium heat, you got to put oil in it, about 2 ounces of oil. Okay, so let me see. Alright, I really don't like oil in anything. Grease and oil is not good for my belly. Okay, so the first thing you're going to cook, believe it or not, when you get your stir fry, is your vegetables. When that's a medium heat, you're going to put your vegetables for 2 minutes. Alright, just get your vegetables in there at the medium heat, get your vegetables at 2 minutes. The next thing you're going to put is your chicken. And your chicken's going to take a little bit longer because you want to make sure all your chicken is cooked to temperature. It's already cooked, but you want to get it warm to temperature. So then you're going to put your chicken in there, and you're going to make sure you get your chicken to temperature, and that's going to be with your vegetables. The last thing you're going to put in it is your yakisoba with, they give you the sauces to put in over the yak. So the last thing you're going to put is the yakisoba and the sauces, and you're going to cook that for 2, 3, or 4 minutes. And then the first thing we're going to put in, get everything out of my way right here, is all your vegetables. But with everything mixed in, it's hard to get all the vegetables, so I got to get the yakisoba and I got to get everything out the way. And then you grab all your vegetables. Uh-oh. I've lowered it down some off of the medium heat. I dropped something. I dropped the celery over here. The edamame. Alright, so then with this right here, this is going to be stirred around for about 2 minutes. You don't want to burn it. With the chicken is the one thing. You got to get the chicken up to 165 degrees. So the chicken is going to take longer than this right here. As I'm cooking this, I'm actually drinking a Bang Energy with my morning coffee. This is another thing right here. Chopsticks. My wife bought me 10 pair of reusable chopsticks. I never feel that eating Chinese food without chopsticks. But yakisoba, I learned how to eat. Oh, I dropped one. Yakisoba when I was in Japan, and I lived in Japan for 2 years. Two minutes. You start off with your pan on a medium heat. I lowered it a little. I should have left that on the medium heat actually. I put it on the medium heat because this is that one hot burner that you have on your stove. Now the chicken is cooked already. The sauce is going last. Warning, this container is not microwavable or ovenable. Okay? This is the yakisoba, so I'm going to get this out the way now and try to get all the chicken down this way because the chicken is going in next. Doesn't that look good already? I should have looked at the clock. I guess I could look at the timer on the camera over here. Alright, so we're at 6 minutes and 30. I'm going to pause you to get that done. Alright, I got this up to temperature right here. You don't want that completely soggy because you still got to cook your meat. So the next thing you're going to put in here is your chicken that they have already seasoned, flavored, and cooked for you. That's a lot of chicken. Look at that. This whole thing was $23. Alright? So then you gotta start getting your chicken warmed up and caught up with the rest of your vegetables. Now you would think that you put this in first, but this don't go until last. And see how I got that going right there? Woohoo! It's still on the medium heat right now. Let me pause you. Well, you can watch that cook if you want. That noise you hear is my washer. I have one plumbing drain that I gotta bypass. Now this right here, you hear how it cooled down and slowed down sizzling? That's because with the meat, the cold meat, it warmed the pan down. So you gotta get this up to 165 degrees. You want this up to 165 degrees. Okay, for the stir fry, I mean, you don't want it really dry. Alright, you don't want your meat really dry. And realistically, with the vegetables, it says 2 minutes. With the chicken, it says 2 minutes. With the yakisoba, it says 1 minute. So to me, that'll be like on a higher heat, but I want to make sure my chicken is all the way warm. So I'm giving it more than 2 minutes in here. Yowza, it's hot. It says that you gotta check the internal temperature to make sure it's 165 degrees. It's already cooked, but it says that with the internal temperature it should be 165 degrees. So I'll make sure my chicken's done more before I put my yakisoba in. Okay, so my chicken's about where I wanted it now. So this is where you put the yakisoba and everything else you got in your pan, right here. Then they give you the sauce. Oh, look how thick that sauce is. I wasn't expecting the sauce to be that thick. I really wasn't. I'll throw that in the sink for right now. One more. Now it says just cook for 1 minute. Make sure everything's mixed together. I guess you should have kind of ripped it apart as you were putting it in there. It's still really cold, so it's not coming apart. I'm going to warm it up some more, then I'll get it more apart. See, I got a wood spoon because I don't want to scratch my wok. I love my wok. This is a lot of chicken yakisoba. You see it's starting to warm up, so it's starting to split apart easier with the sauce and everything. But you could tell when the pan cools down, because the yakisoba was so cold now, so the pan cooled down some. So that's why you got to get it up to temperature again. What I'm trying to do is mix in the sauce as I break up the noodles right now. Of course, get everything mixed in here. You can see where there's some sauce that doesn't have, some noodles that don't have the sauce yet and not broken apart yet. Because when you put anything in that's cold again, it lowers the heat. So I'm trying to get the heat back up again as I'm mixing everything right now. Oh, drops them all over the place. Now with the yakisoba in it, it says only cook for 1 minute. But I think with 1 minute, truthfully, that it cools the pan down so much, because now you're hearing the pan sizzle more, so which it means that it's finally getting back up to temperature where it's supposed to be at. And you see the noodles are breaking apart more right now. So now my whole thing right now is getting everything mixed in together and making sure I got the sauce on everything. There's enough meat mixed in, there's enough vegetables mixed in. Uh-oh, dropped a piece of meat. Uh-oh. I'm a Marine veteran. That piece of meat is still going to be eaten. Alright, that's about done right there. It's about mixed up really good. Trying to get all the meat mixed in the middle of the noodles right now. It's really what I'm trying to do. Everything's done. I can even turn off the heat right now. I'm just trying to get the meat and the vegetables mixed in all with the noodles, so when you get a plateful or a handful or whatever you're going to do, that there's enough noodles and vegetables and everything mixed in with the meat. So that's what I'm doing. I shut the heat off right now, and I'm just making sure everything is mixed in really good together, because this is done right now. And I am a yakisoba lover. I know it's probably not good for my belly, but I'm talking about because I try not to eat a lot of sugars. Let me plate this up. Laugh with me if you will, but do you remember these? This is the one plate that I eat off of all the time, no matter what. It's a little plate that I had when I was a little kid and my parents took me to McDonald's. And I use this all the time. And this is like a family heirloom, my heirloom. How do you say it? My grandkids are going to get this. So let me get something to get this out with. Let's see what we got here. All right. Now I'm scratching my thing, right? My pot with this right here. There's the chicken yakisoba right there. Boop, 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 boop. Oh. My two favorite red ones that I normally use. There we go. This is hot. My fingers are oily. I'm gonna edit all this out so you see me get a good piece of this. See how hot that is? Mmm. I love me some chicken yakisoba. That's pretty dang good. Okay. So, I venture to say this will be able to feed. That's pretty dang good. Okay. So, I venture to say this will be able to feed about 4 people. It'll probably be able to feed about 4 people because you put all of these noodles in, so it's not like you're feeding everybody chicken. You got all the vegetables in, all the noodles in, and then You got the chicken in. So this is able to feed about 4 people. It was $23. Let me see if it says how much pounds this was. I can't see. So this was 3.59 pounds. 3.59 pounds, and they charge you $6.49 a pound for the chicken yakisoba. So it was $23.30. And so if you want to make chicken yakisoba for your family of 4, if you went out to order it, how much do you think it'll be? Now my thing is, if you're gonna have chicken yakisoba at your house, make sure you have some chopsticks. And teach your kids how to eat chopsticks, because this is so much more enjoyable when you eat it with the chopsticks. Alright, talk to you later. Subscribe, like, and share.